Hey First Alliance family, this is Pastor Paul Smith, and thank you for tuning in to our third video blog. This is an opportunity for me to have a little extra time to fill you in on what God's doing in the life of our church and how you can possibly take that next step. I want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for the 100 plus volunteers each week that help make First Alliance First Alliance. Everyone from children's ministry to middle school and high school to small group leaders to Sunday school teachers, worship leaders, and our guest services team that welcome people and that just make First Alliance and its impact in so many lives. I had an email this week that came to my desk that said, I've been going to First Alliance for 15 years, but when I pulled up into the parking lot on Sunday morning and there was an individual greeting me in the parking lot with a smiling face, helping me find a parking space, it meant so much. Thanks so much to your guest services team. That's a great snapshot of how us being the church is impacting people's life on a regular basis. And also, thanks so much for being part of the Deep and Wide series that happened in January and in the beginning part of February. We had so many people come out and give extra time for prayer and calling upon God that He would do once again a great work in the life of our church. And when a church prays, it should expect God to move. It should expect God to answer. And we've been asking God that we would have impact in our community. And I want to take the rest of this video blog to communicate 2 specific ways where you can take a next step into the life of our church and how we can get involved going out into what God's doing. The first one comes in our Global Impact Weekend that is happening February 21st through the 24th in the life of our church. And these are weekends that happen twice a year in our church calendar. They're significant, and it gets us focusing globally in what God's doing. For more information about this, I want to turn it over to Pastor Kerry, and he's going to give you some real specific details on what's going on during those dates and how you can be involved.
Hi, I'm Kerry Dorrell. I'm the pastor of missions and worship here at First Alliance. And I want to invite you at the end of February to come to our Global Impact Weekend. We're going to have some special guests that are missionaries that actually were part of First Alliance Church before they became missionaries. And I don't know if you can see it on this little globe, but they're serving kind of in this area right here, the Middle East. We can't really talk about exactly where they're at, but they're serving there in a sensitive area. And they've got a ministry reaching Muslims, but also reaching refugees that have fled into their region. And we're excited to hear them share. They're going to be sharing on Sunday morning, February 24th, in our morning worship services. But the Carters have something else that's real special. They've got a love for kids, and they've got 5 of their own kids, 3 of whom they've adopted internationally. And we've asked them on Friday night, the 22nd, to give us a very special evening for folks that are interested in adoption and foster care, sharing their journey of how God led them in this way. And hopefully it'll be a time of also networking and sharing together. We're going to have a simple meal. It'll be 6 o'clock on February 22nd. So if you're interested in that, please contact the church office. If you need any more information about either one of these things, just go to the website and there'll be an opportunity for you to find out some more details. I appreciate it. Now I'm going to hand it back to Paul.
Thanks so much, Kerry. Now, the second thing I want to tell you about is the Work as Worship seminar that's coming up in the life of our church, February 22nd at First Alliance, happening from 8:30 to 3:30. This is a very unique simulcast that'll be happening at First Alliance, where over 13,000 individuals will be coming together and be listening to various speakers talk about the subject as work as worship to God. You know, one of the things the Bible says is that God created work and it was good. But sin enters the human story and corrupts work. And we know this and we feel this frustration often. And work is where we spend over half of our lives. But Christ enters the story and redeems not only us for salvation, but He redeems work. And it can be good and it can glorify God. And when we see work as worship, something that can glorify God, it becomes a witness to our world. Well, how does that all happen? Well, that's what we're specifically going to look at in the Work as Worship seminar. Great speakers like Francis Chan and Matt Candler will be talking about this subject. I'm very excited about it. You can bring your team, you can come as an individual. It does cost $30 and you have to register, and the registration will be popping up on the screen, and it's at our website, FAC.lex.com. But take time, look it over. I'd love to see you there, register. I'd love for us to have a great turnout at this event. It is the Work as Worship Seminar, February 22nd here at First Alliance. Thanks so much.